Greetings, everyone. Let's get straight into something that's often misunderstood yet so powerful, the art of stopping reactions. We live in a world where everything is fast-paced, overwhelming, and constantly pulling us in every direction. It's easy to react to situations, people, and events as they come our way. But what if I told you that the key to peace and power lies in stopping those reactions? In learning to pause and step into silence, instead of letting your emotions and thoughts control you. Think about this for a moment. How often do you let external events dictate how you feel? You react to someone's comment, to a stressful situation, or to the news of the day. And in that moment, your inner peace is shattered. This cycle, though, can be broken. You have the power to stop reacting and instead choose your response. It's not as much about controlling your emotions as it is about learning how to silence the noise within you. You are not your reactions. Your true power lies in the space between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. That space, that pause, is your freedom. It's where you regain control over your thoughts and your emotional state. Reactions are often unconscious. They happen so quickly, so automatically, that we don't even realize we've been pulled into a reactionary state until after the fact. This is where the power of silence comes in. When you stop reacting immediately and instead create space, you give yourself the opportunity to think clearly, to decide how you want to respond, rather than being swept away by the tide of your emotions. You may be asking, how do I stop reacting? The answer lies in being present with yourself. It's in the stillness, the quiet moments where you observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When you learn to observe instead of react, you gain control. You can step back and see things for what they truly are, not through the lens of emotional triggers. It's like this: when you're in a storm, you're focused on the chaos. The rain, the wind, the noise, it's all you can see, hear, and feel. But when you step out of the storm and into a quiet room, you can think clearly. You can assess the situation without being overwhelmed. The same happens when you stop reacting. You step out of the storm of your thoughts and emotions, and suddenly, everything becomes clearer. You don't have to be swept away by the chaos of life. The true power lies in the silence you create by not reacting to everything that happens. Instead, take a step back and just breathe. Let the moment pass without needing to engage with it. You'll be amazed at how much peace and clarity you can find in that pause. Here's another powerful thought: reactions are often rooted in fear. Fear of not being in control, fear of judgment, or fear of something not going the way you want it. But when you leave space, when you stop reacting, you allow yourself to rise above that fear. You stop allowing it to drive your behavior and instead choose a response based on peace and understanding. When you let go of the need to react, you tap into something greater than yourself. You connect with your true nature, the part of you that isn't defined by external circumstances. In that space of silence, you can connect with your inner power, your ability to shape your reality. You stop being a victim to the circumstances and become the creator of your life. This is not a passive state, though. Some may think that silence means inaction, but that's far from the truth. It's a powerful action. It's the decision to not allow the world around you to dictate your inner state. It's taking a stand for your peace, your power, and your freedom. Now, let's talk about how to create this silence within. It starts with awareness. Simply becoming aware of when you're about to react is the first step. In those moments, pause. Take a deep breath. Allow the moment to pass without reacting immediately. This simple act of pausing gives you the power to choose your next action. This doesn't mean you ignore your feelings. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending everything is okay. It means recognizing your feelings, acknowledging them, and then choosing how to respond. You no longer let them control you. You are in charge of your emotions, not the other way around. The next step is to practice self-awareness regularly. The more you practice pausing before reacting, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll find that you can stay centered even in the midst of chaos. You won't be swayed by every little thing that happens around you. Instead, you'll respond from a place of clarity, calm, and purpose. This also means learning to let go of the need to control everything. We often react because we feel threatened, as though we need to control people, situations, or outcomes. But the truth is, you can't control everything. The only thing you can control is your response. When you stop reacting, you allow yourself to be free from the need to control and instead, let life unfold naturally. When you stop reacting, you open up the space for creativity, for solutions, for clarity. Instead of being stuck in the chaos of reactions, you allow your mind to be free to find answers, to create new possibilities, to tap into your intuition. There's something profound about silence. It's not empty. It's filled with potential, with the possibility of creating something new. It's in that silence that you hear the voice of your inner wisdom, guiding you toward the right choices and decisions. You see, most people live on autopilot, reacting to life without thinking. But when you step into silence, you stop living on autopilot. You start living consciously. You begin to direct your life rather than being swept along by the current. This doesn't mean you won't feel emotions anymore. Of course, you will. You're human. But you'll learn to feel them without letting them control you. You'll learn to experience emotions without reacting to them in ways that only fuel more chaos. What happens when you stop reacting? You start to live with intention. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your reality. You make choices based on your highest good, not out of fear or reaction. This is where true power lies, not in reacting to every situation, but in choosing your response. When you stop reacting, you take back your power. You regain control over your emotions, your thoughts, and your life. The beauty of silence is that it doesn't require much. You don't need to go to a remote place or isolate yourself from the world. Silence can be cultivated wherever you are, no matter what is happening around you. It's a choice you make at the moment. When you feel yourself getting pulled into an emotional reaction, take a step back. Create that moment of stillness within. Allow yourself to reset before responding. This act of pausing doesn't take much time, but it makes a world of difference in the way you navigate life. In relationships, for instance, silence can be incredibly powerful. How often do we get caught up in trying to prove a point, to explain ourselves, or to convince someone that we're right? But when you stop reacting in these situations, when you allow silence to take over, you let the other person express themselves fully without interrupting or defensively reacting. This not only creates space for them to feel heard but also gives you the opportunity to listen without judgment. Silence in these situations doesn't mean you remain silent forever. It means choosing when to speak. Often, when we react without thinking, we add fuel to the fire. But when we give ourselves that pause, we allow the conversation to unfold naturally, without unnecessary tension. You'll notice that when you stop reacting, you begin to have deeper, more meaningful conversations with others. The energy shifts. You stop getting caught in the drama, and instead, you allow for more peaceful exchanges. So, I encourage you today to try this practice. Notice the next time you're about to react to something, whether it's a comment, a situation, or a thought. Pause. Breathe. Create a moment of silence. Allow that space to help you choose a response that aligns with your peace and power. This isn't about being perfect. It's not about never reacting again. It's about awareness. It's about choosing to be the observer of your thoughts and emotions, not the reactor. As you continue to practice this, you'll find that life begins to feel less overwhelming. You'll find that you're not constantly at the mercy of your emotions or external events. Instead, you'll be able to navigate life with a calm, centered energy that allows you to face anything that comes your way with clarity and purpose. Take a moment today to commit to stopping your reactions. Choose silence. Choose peace. and step into the power that's always been within you.